Ngayon pong nandito na ako sa Senado, mas nakita ko po na hindi lamang ang PNP ang nahihirapan sa procurement process. Buong burokrasiya po ang namumroblema. Isa po sa naging malaking issue ay ang pag-transfer ng fund sa mga procuring entity katulad ng PITC. Binanggit naman po ng ating good sponsor sa kanyang sponsorship speech na hindi na mauulit ang mga naging pang-aabuso noong nakaraan.
Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa is recognized for his interpellation.
I'm thankful that I will be interpellated by Senator De La Rosa because he's the most popular chairperson at the moment, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good sponsor. I don't know if my questions were already asked by the previous interpellators, but just for the record, Mr. President, good sponsor, and for enlightenment, not only for me, but for other people who are very much interested in this particular mission. Mr. President, for the record, I would like to commend our hardworking chairperson of the Senate Committee on Finance, Senator Sani Angara, for sponsoring Senate Bill number 2593, which aims to revise RA 9184 or the Government Procurement Act. I fully agree with our good sponsor when he said that our procurement law and process, once correctly reformed, will restore the trust and confidence of our people with our government, who for the longest time have been sadly associated with corruption. I strongly support the proposed legislative measure and would very much want it to succeed and achieve its goals of removing the negative stereotypes linked to our procurement process. Again, I would like to express my full support to this proposed legislation. If the sponsor would mind, may I be allowed to ask some clarificatory questions? Mr. President, thank you.
Opo, nagpapasalamat po tayo sa ating kaibigan and also Vice Chair in charge of the Defense Establishment who will benefit from this law, Your Honor. So it's an honor to be able to answer questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, good sponsor, Mr.
From His
President.
Honor. Yeah.
This is about the engagement of a procurement agent. Mr. President, majority of my government service is with the Executive Department. I witnessed firsthand the complications and challenges with our procurement law, especially when I was the Chief of the Philippine National Police. Ngayon pong nandito na ako sa Senado, mas nakita ko po na hindi lamang ang PNP ang nahihirapan sa procurement process. Buong burokrasiya po ang namumroblema. Isa po sa naging malaking issue ay ang pag-transfer ng fund sa mga procuring entity katulad ng PITC. Binanggit naman po ng ating good sponsor sa kanyang sponsorship speech na hindi na mauulit ang mga naging pang-aabuso noong nakaraan. With this, may we know what would be the difference of past practice of transferring funds to the PITC and PSDBM and of the proposed Section 15 wherein it allows the head of agencies to authorize the engagement of a government procurement agent which shall undertake the functions of the BAC. Dito po ba sa Section 15 ay limited sa paglipat ng bidding process function sa procurement?
Nakikita natin, well, you have already obligated your funds, so mukhang nagastos na nila. Pala, yung kontrata hindi pa pala na-bid out, 4 na taon, 5 taon na po yun. So ngayon, hindi na po pwede yung wholesale transfer of funds, Your Honor. You can only engage a procurement agent like the PSDBM if on a project basis. At yung pondo hindi nalilipat sa kanila kundi nasa procuring entity pa rin yung pondo o yung sa ahensya at babayad na lang siya ng fee dun sa procuring agent, Your Honor. At yung procuring agent is not in charge of the funds and can only be an agent for purposes of conducting the bidding, Your Honor. Hindi siya pwedeng mag-award o hindi siya yung decision maker pagdating ho dun sa award nung bidding. So, nilimitahan na po natin sa madaling salita, nilimitahan na po natin yung kapangyarihan ng mga procuring agents dito. And it can only, an agency can only get a procurement agent kapag wala sa kanya yung kapasidad o yung capability na siya mismo ang bid out nung kontrata, Your Honor.
Maganda pong development yan, Your Honor. And I really appreciate kung matutuloy yan para hindi na maulit yung mga problema natin kagaya ng dati. Next question, Mr. President. This is about the cases against back members. Isa rin po sa naging problema namin noon sa PNP at tingin ko ay pati na rin sa ibang ahensya ng gobyerno ay natatakot maging miyembro ng Bids and Awards Committee ang empleyado dahil lagi silang nakakasama sa mga kinakasuhan kapag natatalo sa bidding. Yan palagi yan, yung problema talaga. Pag natalo yung isang bidder, kinakasuhan kagad yung members ng back. Yung iba tuloy, hindi agad nakakatanggap ng pensyon dahil sa mga nakabinbin na kaso. Isa rin po kasi ito sa naging dahilan kung bakit mas pinili ng mga ahensya ang paglipat ng pundo sa PITC at PSDBM. May we know if this particular concern has been addressed in our proposed measure?
Yes, Your Honor. Gusto nating maging professional na yung ating mga back members. And tama po kayo sa dati-rati ay maraming nakakasuhan dahil kadalasan hindi po tama yung piniling procurement mode. Kumbaga, pumasok sila doon at hindi sila sumunod sa rules o kaya yung minsan yung decision nila mali. So, dito, ang kagandahan nung panukala po natin, Your Honor, is nagbigay tayo ng maraming options. Sinimplify natin yung mga, may five new ways of procurement tayo at some are very simple. If you're buying something 200,000 and below, wala nang bidding. Bibilin mo na lang ho. Parang pumunta ka na lang sa tindahan, binili mo. So as easy as that, Your Honor. So we have those options. Pag 2 million pababa, higher than 200,000 but lower than 2 million, then you only need to have three quotations. So yun yung parang small scale procurement or shopping na ginagawa dati, pero tinaas natin yung amount, so mas simplified na. Hindi na kailangan pag ang amounts ay 2 million pababa, that we always engage in competitive bidding which can range from anywhere from 26 days to 139 days. So napakatagal ho. So pag matagal ho, siguro logically mas malaki rin yung oportunidad para magkamali. Pag masyadong maraming proseso, mas nadadagdagan yung posibilidad ng pagkakamali. So
Maraming proseso, maraming butas na makikita.
Opo. That's human nature ho, di ba?
Thank you, Mr. President. Next, Mr. President, is about the most economically advantageous bid. Mr. President, isa rin po sa naging problema kung bakit malayo sa perfection ang ating procurement process ay dahil sa naging requirement na lowest calculated bid. Like our good sponsor, I agree with Supreme Court Administrator Raul Villanueva when he said that we may save government funds, but we actually do not get the best quality that we need. So in the end, we sort of suffer because we continue purchasing items that do not last long. With this, Mr. President, may we know the difference of our previously known term, lowest calculated bid, with the new term, most economically advantageous bid. Tama po ba na mas preferred natin ang quality sa bagong pulisiya na ito?
Yung tama po kayo, yung most economically advantageous bid, doon po mapasok po yung quality, hindi lang yung presyo. Kasi pagdating sa lowest competitive bid, presyo lang po ang tinitingnan eh. So tama po kayo, tama rin si Supreme Court Administrator Villanueva, Majority Leader Villanueva, tama rin po na kapag yung naka-savings nga ho ang gobyerno, hindi naman lagi nakukuha yung angkop o yung tamang produkto minsan. Especially kung medyo komplikado at requires a lot of service, dapat lahat yun tinitingnan natin. So yun ang ideya dito o konsepto nung MIRB or most economically advantageous responsive bid, na hindi lang yung presyo ang titingnan, kundi yung buong yung buong life cycle ng isang produkto. Meaning, ano yung cost ng maintenance niya? Paano mo siya i-dispose? Ano yung total cost of having that product to the government, Your Honor? Kasi minsan, binibid natin yung item, tapos yung services to maintain it. Pag sinuma total mo, mas maganda pala yung isang produkto. So yun yung mas naging komprehensibo tayo dito. At at the same time, binigyan natin ng mga options yung ating mga ahensya, Your Honor.
Alam mo, Mr. President, kung mayaman lang sana tayo na bansa, no? Sana ang magiging guiding principle natin sa procurement process natin is bahala na kung mahal, basta maganda at matibay. Di ba? Parang ganun dapat ang ating frame of mind kung mayaman lang sana tayo. But anyway,
I agree with you, Your Honor. Tama po kayo dyan.
But this changes that you are introducing in this measure is going towards that direction, although hindi totally talaga, at least papunta doon. At maraming salamat, Mr. President. Next, Mr. President, is about the negotiated procurement. Mr. President, Section 33 of the proposed bill laid down an expanded negotiated procurement. Alam ko po na magiging masaya ang ating militar, police at iba pang law enforcement agencies dahil kung mas malinaw na po kung paano nila magagamit ang mode na ito. However, Mr. President, I noticed that one of the conditions before this negotiated procurement may be resorted to by our military and law enforcement agencies is, and, quote, the supplier or manufacturer had fully and satisfactorily implemented a contract of the same item with the Department of National... Mr. President, I will introduce some...
And I look forward to working with him during the period of amendments. Salamat po, Your Honor.